Hello everyone, so today we're responding to the work of Michaela Henry Lowe. Now in this image, the majority of the tones in her work are different blue colours. So on your palette you've got a range of different blue colours. There's also a little bit of purple and green in this image, and you've also got a bit of black and white on your palettes. I'm first of all going in and adding the majority of the darker blue tones. So you should be focusing on the bigger shapes first. So starting off with the big blue tones on the forehead and around the side of the face, so down the side of the cheek area. I would start with these areas first as there's bigger shapes, so these are easier to paint. So for the next 10 minutes, I would like you to work on the bigger sections of the face. So this will be the areas such as the forehead and then the cheek area. I would work on one side of the face first and try to perfect that before moving on to lots of different sections on the face. I've then gone on to the lip area. So in the lip area, we've got some lighter blue tones. So for this lighter blue tone, I've mixed the lightest blue on the palette and then a bit of white. Make sure when you're mixing your paints together that you're mixing them on scrap paper. Don't mix them on your palette. Remember, you're sharing with the rest of your table. So we need to try and keep our palettes as tidy as we can. So you've all got scrap paper that you can mix this colour onto. Then for the side of the lips, there's a little bit of purple around the bottom of the lip. So you'll use a little bit of purple, and if you want to lighten that, you can go in with a little bit of white to get a lighter tone of purple as well. When you're going in to do the teeth area, you may want to mix up a little bit of black paint with white to get you a sort of grey white colour, and then I've gone over the top with a pure white. And then just be careful going around with the black. I would use the black on the lips area last, just because if you make any mistakes, these won't be able to be covered with lighter areas. So use the black last around the mouth because you've got the beard area to do, and there's a bit of black over the teeth as well. Once you're moving on to that next area, you may start the nose. So for the nose, it's mainly different blue tones. So I'd go in with a sort of mid blue tone for the start of the nose, and when you're building up to the darker colours, use the darkest blue on your palette just to get that shape of the nose. And again, you're going in and mixing a lighter blue for the middle part of the nose. So that might be just a little bit of blue and a bit of white again. Remember, when using acrylic paint, your brush must be dry. When you're mixing colours, your brush should be dry and you should just be using the paints to mix. So there shouldn't be any water on your brush. If you feel that your paint is drying out while you're working with it, you need to go in to your paint or to your mixture and grab a little bit more. If your mixture's running out, just make up some more, but your brush should be dry. You shouldn't be trying to drag the paint across with a brush that is watery. Your brush needs to be dry. Remember, you can overlap paint together whilst it's wet. Acrylic paint dries quickly, so you need to work quite quickly. You have got the outline provided, so make sure you're trying to keep within your lines and keep your paintings really neat as much as you can. When you're getting really close to the line, a tip for all of you is if you just drag your brush across, as you'll see me doing in this demonstration video, keep your brush quite flat and you can get quite a neat line. So just use that technique when you're going against an outline. Remember, your colours might not be as exact as the ones on your printout, but don't worry, remember that this has been photocopied, so the colours aren't exact. Just try your best to try and replicate those same colours that you can see. So now I'm just going in and completing the eye area. So for the eyelid, I'm making a grey mixture. So I've gone in with a bit of black and a bit of white and mixed those together. You don't want this grey to be too dark. It's more of a whitish grey. So add in more white than black. So it should just be a pinch of salt black for that area. And I'm going in again with that same blue mixture. So that's the lightest blue and then a little bit of white. I would do these light areas first and then go in and do the darkest areas. So the darkest areas are the eye and then the eyebrow. So try to do those last. Just because if you make any mistakes, they won't be able to be covered. So you need to be really careful with these dark shades. So you now have 30 minutes to get as much of the painting completed as you can. Focus on one half of the face first so it is more manageable. Have a go and try your best.